Well, clearly I didn't have enough to say in the last video that I made reacting to the whole Sydney Sweeney controversy. If you weren't already aware, Sydney Sweeney made a American Eagle jeans ad, which pretty much the entire radical dingbat feminist, really ugly women, as it would seem, that were jealous of Sydney Sweeney because she's a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed bombshell. And if anyone says that she is just mid, like Stephen Crowder did in a video that he made, or they don't think that Sydney Sweeney is beautiful or hot, they're gay, just pointing that out. I stand right behind Sydney Sweeney, which is a great place to stand behind, believe you me. Anyway, that all being said, I clearly didn't have enough to say in the last video that I made reacting to this. So here I am making an entire video about the reaction because the radical dingbats just took it way too far, man. That's what they do. They swing way too far to the left in the actual insanity. And it's even including a psychologist. Now, personally, I don't even understand how a psychologist is able to get a degree when her entire basis of understanding is around the notion of dingbattery. Basically, she is someone that I wouldn't even want to go and see, because she is actually attacking a beautiful woman that did a advertisement for a company. And guess what? That company is selling out. The stock price for American Eagle has gone through the roof. Loads of people are letting all the dingbats know, we don't like you. We like Sydney Sweeney. Now, the other thing that I've been seeing are a bunch of conservatives. I always find this really interesting. They're always looking for the next conservative woman to plaster up. Honestly, she's not even a conservative. So what are you doing? Like, I understand you're angry at the radical dingbats. Definitely be angry at the radical dingbats, like I am, especially because they took it too far and they made Sydney Sweeney cry. That means it's war, believe you me. But the level of crazy backlash and outrage over an advertisement, she's an actor, for goodness sake. Why are people attacking her? Because she's beautiful? Now, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You want to bully someone online, you've got a problem. You've really got a problem. It's so easy for people to say things nowadays online behind a screen, but guaranteed they would never say it to your face unless they're incredibly radical. They'll try and end your life. That's the kind of radical people that we've got in our world today. Believe it or not, they are so outraged at a advertisement for a jeans company which I thought the marketing of, from a marketing standpoint, which is what I do as part of my job, I thought was bloody brilliant. It's actually pretty incredible to see the level of creativity and also getting Sydney Sweeney involved. Top marks. But then you've got dingbats like Dr. Kristen, a psychologist who's now trying to convince you that the American Eagle ad featuring Sydney Sweeney was intentionally crafted as eugenics inspired Nazi propaganda. Have a watch of this woman. I don't know how people sleep at night. I really don't.
A white, blue-eyed woman says, "My chins are below." That does not just happen in a vacuum. Let's talk about why this ad doesn't just feel off, it feels familiar, like historically familiar. In 1930s Germany, as we all know, white women with blonde hair and blue eyes were held up as this ideal. Not just beautiful, but genetically superior. The schmatzy regime ran entire campaigns promoting the hereditary fitness of the Aryan women. It's all ridiculous, obviously. There were posters praising blue eyes, propaganda about strong bloodlines. And I won't even get into how they tried to encourage the right women to have babies through cash and medals. Sound familiar? Today we have a global rise in white nationalist movements, especially in the US. There's literally a town being built in Arkansas for white-only residents. And online there's been a resurgence in pseudoscience linking to good genes in relations to health, intelligence, beauty. We can look at the autism and disability space. We can look at the new executive order claiming to end crime and disorder on the streets that has really problematic language about people who might be disruptors. But it's not always really obvious executive orders and RFK grinding his voice into your ears. But that's also how it works. It's like a wink, it's a nudge, it's a dog whistle. So when brands casually, on purpose, joke about good genes, all while the right is literally building white-only towns and reviving eugenicist ideology, this isn't just being tone deaf, it's complicity. Eugenics has never ever disappeared, it's just been rebranded. It's hiding in how we talk about things like autism, beauty, intelligence, reproduction. It shows up in medicine and is even currently inhibiting really crucial cancer research. And yes, it shows up in denim ads. Sydney has great genes is not just a pun, because if the internet is going mad that your campaign could plausibly double as a schmaltzy propaganda ad in the 1930s, maybe you need to rethink that, or maybe that was the point. Especially when you have a bunch of white nationalists on social media applauding the ad for giving them permission to be white. Just because it doesn't look exactly like 1930s propaganda doesn't mean it's not propaganda. It just means the marketing is modernized.
You know what's ridiculous, Dr. Kristen? You are ridiculous. What's ridiculous is the fact that you actually have a psychology degree. That's ridiculous to me. I don't care if Sydney Sweeney was a brunette. She's a beautiful woman. She's got great genes. That is clear as day. But the level of hatred towards Sydney Sweeney is truly outrageous and it needs to stop. Oh, by the way, Dr. Kristen, she's a dingbat. Then you got another doctor that decided to have her 2 cents worth. Radical liberals are never going to be happy if they're going after someone that is clearly a lot better than them. It's not a good look for you radical dingbats out there. Just pointing that out. Have a watch.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate. She says genes often determine hair color and eye color. I'm sorry, often? That's literally what they do. If they're not determining hair color and eye color, what is? It's giving red pill podcast bro with no marketing experience clearly running their ad department. And I just hate when companies make content trying to use medical or scientific terms and then completely fuck it up. Like, it's not that hard to Google what genes do, how DNA works. Do genes often determine our traits, or do they always determine our traits?
Often. Let's look at the AI dictionary definition of what often means, shall we? Often, frequently, many times, which you could make the argument that means that's what they do. It's frequent that genes determine your hair color, your eye color, whatever else. But she's being a nitpicker. She's a trauma surgeon and she happens to be woke. So is that the only thing you're going to pick? You're just nitpicking now and you're sounding like an actual idiot. It's just, I am truly gobsmacked at the amount of hate that Sydney Sweeney has been receiving over an advertisement, over a commercial that she did. But guess what? When Beyonce did it, here's a comparison. This is art. This is so empowering. Notice how it's always the woke, ugly dingbats that are going up or praising a black woman who happens to dye her hair blonde. Her skin color may be a bit dark brown. Who honestly cares? Like, I swear people are choosing things to be angry about when there's no need to be angry about them. Get over yourselves. Build a bridge. Maybe jump off it. Not get over it, jump off it. Because I don't think we need your kind of bullying in this world. We really don't. But social media has given access to people bullying other people that are just doing their job. Sydney didn't ask for this. Apparently, Sydney Sweeney's racist, fascist, and a Nazi for promoting a company, American Eagle, which, by the way, is a pretty bloody good company, especially if they're coming up with advertisements like this. And because I'm biased, I like eagles. So I wrote a damn book called The Path of an Eagle. So again, bias. But once more, women, get over yourselves. Men, if you think that she's not hot, you're gay. And anyone else that is hating on Sydney Sweeney, bugger off. We don't want any of that hate. And also, you made poor Sydney Sweeney cry. That, in my books, like I said a moment ago, equals war. Don't make poor Sydney Sweeney cry, for goodness sake. She doesn't deserve any of this. How would you like it if we all ganged up on you? If we all just started bashing you guys verbally? How would you like it if the entire bloody world seemingly turned against you? Don't worry, Sydney. I got you back. Standing right behind you. And so are loads of other people, as it would seem, that have actual common sense. Good grief. The world's gone nuts. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.